More track.
My
We,
make it in 5 minutes
we did
presentation.
not expect to speak to anybody about anything today. Oh my god.
No, we were working on the comedy piece for next week.
Jesus Christ. Oh, look who's back, Coaster Forever. How you doing, my man?
Hey, hey,
Always good
hey.
to have you in.
All right. The presentation, the slideshow is thrown together in 5 minutes. This is all
Yeah, I'm literally making him with the thumbnail right now.
this is all last minute information, and the track sighting is big. So we just wanted to make a quick video because obviously, if any of you have seen the picture of the track on my Instagram, it's absolutely massive.
This is the closest look that we've had at it so far.
Yeah, it's massive. But there's a lot of other things to discuss today too. The conference call, there was a lot of key information that you can dig out of those questions that the stockholders asked. It's actually quite interesting that there was a lot of Canadian content asked on the stockholders call.
We were supposed to discuss this all next Sunday. That's the funny thing.
This Sunday, yeah.
This Sunday, sorry.
Sunday. This Sunday, and then we were also working on the comedy piece for next week on LeBron, and then this all happened today, so it's just so last minute.
Yeah. I'll be moderating the chat today.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to go live today, but all this information, I was like, okay, maybe I'll make a video. And then the track sighting, I was like, oh, we gotta go live. We
question
have to get
about the track sighting
now. Yeah.
Did whoever the person that DM'd you about this, did they see any tags on it, like the B&M tags that display what kind of a coaster it is, like the code?
No, it's just it's definitely our track. You can tell by the color. It doesn't have any of the coloring on the bottom of the track piece. And it's fresh as of an hour ago.
And there's no labels on the back where the bolts go, eh? There's not that white sticker that shows what kind of a coaster it is?
No, but you can tell too. It's got the same logo. You know how the track on site, it doesn't have what do you call those? Basically the units that are attached to the spine that plug into the footer.
Yes.
This track piece, it's meant for the tunnel section. Actually, this looks like the very bottom part of the tunnel section. This looks like absolute part that's going to have the most force, which actually probably explains what I'm going to get into when I'm talking about the size of the track. And there's a unique shape to this spine that I've never seen on a coaster, and maybe you guys can correct me, but
it could just be the angle we have.
It looks like, you can tell it's definitely, it's pushed kind of triangular. I get that it's probably not as triangular as it looks, but it's definitely got a pyramid type shape to the spine.
Right.
I know, this came out of nowhere. I was shocked myself. I was like, oh my god. And this is I've been talking to some people near the B&M plant, and this is how I got the picture.
Just watch your latest video. What's going on with? Oh, okay. All
right, so
I don't know what to really do.
This is very last minute, so we're just gonna go through the stockholders call really quickly, and then we'll get to the track.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say leave it till next Sunday, but whatever.
No, I'm sure at this point we're gonna have lots to talk about on Sunday if the track starts showing up. That explains why I saw them snow plowing the parking lot today. So I have a feeling maybe the track is gonna be stored in the parking lot.
It's possible, and it's gonna be something. Then we'll be able to get up close to it, closer than we have ever been, though, eh?
Yeah.
We'll be able to fly our drones over it. I don't think they're gonna want us in the parking lot, but
no, they won't want us in the parking lot. We're basically
we'll be able to see it from drones.
Yeah, they gave us permission to fly around the south side of the park, and that's it. Nowhere else.
So where the track is going to be stored, will that be on the west side? No, right? Because that's just where this.
Yeah,
it'll be. So we can go on the south, right?
Yeah, but you can't have your. You can fly right above it, off to the south side of it.
Okay. Hi, Anthony.
Okay, no one really. Well, I guess people do care about it because I actually do get a lot of questions about it. So on the stockholders call today, they literally were only talking about the Carowinds Hotel. I actually started to think that maybe our hotel was not happening anymore. I was starting to be, oh, it's definitely not happening anytime soon. There was no mention of it. And then an American stockholder asked, you guys said something about a Toronto market hotel. You announced your Carolinas hotel. What's going on with the Toronto hotel? and they went in to explain that the Toronto Hotel was actually just as far along as the Carowinds Hotel, but
Really?
they're just looking for who's going to fly the flag. And basically what they mean by that is the company name. So they obviously don't have, Marriott is obviously not going to be, to me, that sounds like Marriott won't be the name on the hotel. Because if
I
it was
think it's gonna
Marriott,
be Great Wolf.
yeah, exactly. So Marriott would have done the deal at the same time that they did the Carowinds deal. To me, if they were looking to that, they would have done it at the same time. To me,
Right.
I think the reason it's taking longer is because it's a bigger hotel. Again, this is just speculation. I think it's going to be a bigger hotel and it's going to have a water park. Like further rumors had suggested that it'll be indoor water park so they can kind of sell rooms year round. So yeah, that's all I have to really say about that. To me, like, so it's good news. They said that there will be an announcement for the hotel before May, basically their next earning call, which is in May. So we now know
Okay.
it'll be announced before May. So that's I
That's
guess
great.
little things about the hotel, if that helps anyone. I know Great Wolf would be the perfect fit. I'm hoping that I hope it doesn't like. Okay, I'm gonna be a little shady. I
Mm-hmm.
think that hotel, the Spring Hill Suites hotel that Carowinds is getting, is really ugly. Like it
Mm-hmm.
looks cute, but I would describe it as cute. It's nothing special. It's nothing that would make me stay there.
Okay, so question for you. I don't
Yeah.
know if you'll be able to answer this, but do you think that the one in Carolina will be under the same sort of name and ownership as the one over here? So maybe an American hotel company that owns it.
I think most hotel companies are American, and there's actually a Spring Hill Suites just down the street from Wonderland, so I can't see them
Yeah.
going with Spring Hill Suites. It actually
Or
looks very similar to that.
do you think it could be a guy like maybe Best Western expanding their market and going for the water park sort of resort sort of look?
It could be anything. I mean, them saying that they don't have a name it could be several things. It could be it's because it's a water park and they're trying to find someone that has the money and the experience to build it. Or B, it could be because they're actually struggling to find a hotel company that wants a hotel on their property. It could be so many different things, right? All we
Right.
know is they've got it approved. It's as far along as the Carowinds Hotel. That's exactly how they worded it. They're just looking for the flag to fly above the hotel. Like what kind of flag? And what they meant by that is like the company name.
Right.
The hotel is
I
going to
see.
be at Wonderland. Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, this is my footage from today. So this is really unique. So we have several things going on here. So right here where my mouse is, they've
Okay.
installed a bridge.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a bridge that vehicles and people can cross. To
Okay.
me, that's really strange. Why do they need that in the middle of winter for the middle, like from this land, plot of land here to cross over here? Why do they need that? So there's a concrete bridge there now. It's definitely temporary.
Mm-hmm.
You have some construction vehicles over here, and you can see that they removed some trees in here. This is where the rumored lockers were going.
Okay.
Um, there are several things.
So
Yeah,
so they're supposed to what's supposed to go over there again? That's supposed to be part of the new water area, right?
yeah. So this area here is supposed to be kind of
Okay.
like the splash works. This is the double the size kiddie pool, and then the lockers obviously got removed from here. And the rumor is that they're going here.
Okay.
The original rumor that was they were going here and Splashworks is expanding into this land. We know that's not happening anymore. And if you
Okay.
look really closely, we have cement trucks, construction vehicles in Timberwolf Falls.
Really? I didn't that doesn't look like it's inside Timberwolf Falls. That just looks like it's outside.
It's off, yeah, it's off to the like left or right, whatever way your direction you're facing.
Yeah,
Where's my
that
little?
looks like it could be they could just be storing it there for the construction of whatever they're doing, the dive coaster over there.
There is, but if you watch my my YouTube video, this what do you call them? Footer digger actually ends up
Hmm.
closer to that location later on in the video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
so it
think
ends
that
up
could be a
closer to the
turnaround
cement
point
truck.
for this coaster?
I have no idea. You can also, where's the footer? Oh, there's a
There's a
footer
lot of
there
wet
that's
mud
actually going to
there. Oh
pull
my
it.
God. They must have a
Yeah.
hell of a time in that mud.
We also, if you
Especially
watch my
after
video,
today.
the construction has moved over here. And there's a lot of,
Yes.
they're digging up the pathway over here and into Splashworks. We saw that a couple days ago, but today in my video, you can see them actually digging it up. And then here, it's so hard to see because, again, I'm only allowed within a certain distance, but the tunnel is actually getting deep. So they're leaving this ramp for them to get in and out, but they're pretty deep here. If you look, some of these excavators are like below ground level now. There's 2 excavators here, and you can only see one. So that says a lot.
How awesome would it be if they had like a little viewing window? Like, you know how when you go to aquariums, like you can just watch from a window underneath like the little aquarium, like you can see underwater?
I don't think they will, just because the pond does serve as an emergency roadway as well. There's
The
like
pond?
yeah. So right here, there's a couple of marked roadways. Obviously, you can't see it right now, but they have like in case something were to happen, if Vortex Valleyed or if something happened, there's an emergency roadway if they need to drain the pond and drive. So I don't think they will tear up the pond for a viewing or anything. There may be like a walkway or a boardwalk of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going really fast right now. But like, let's put this into perspective. So the park opens in 74 days now, right?
Yep.
Training starts in April. They
Training.
need
Oh,
to
for like work jobs? Yeah.
rides, yeah. So they
Oh,
need to put Vortex back together and test the train and track and the ride X amount of times. I think it's like the numbers 200 times is what I've heard. I could be way wrong, but they need to do a bunch of test cycles before April.
right.
So we're thinking mid March to April, they're doing all that work. So
Of
I'm saying
course.
they literally have maybe like 30 days max left to get this ride, this tunnel and the track installed and the area put back together. So 30 days. Think about that. That's probably
That's
why
insane.
today when I was on Instagram Live and I showed them, they were bringing in literally truck beds of more construction vehicles.
It's insane.
Yeah, so there were more construction vehicles arriving today. As so if you look, there's a lot. So there's 1, 2 over here, two
Mm-hmm.
excavators, 3 excavators, 4 excavators. There's normally like a lot more. There's a little tiny ones that you can sometimes you have trouble seeing. Oh, there's one right next to the orange excavator. Then you have this excavator that's currently digging footers, and you have 3 dump trucks. Um, it's insane. Like they're going full throttle, and there was more. I saw like a cement paver arriving today is what I saw. The ones with the giant rollers where they like level
Okay.
ground. Yeah, I saw that
Oh,
arriving
yeah. Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah, I know what that is. Okay.
Um,
That was
it's
all
just a lot.
today.
Yeah, and I mean, what I want to pay attention to is back to this, how this little bridge appeared over Whitewater Canyon.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting. If this develops any more, this is not a dive coaster.
The
As
bridge?
much as the track, yeah, as much as the track is proving to me it's a dive coaster even more, and now I'm like, this is a dive coaster. If this project moves anywhere over here, a dive coaster would not make it over here and back to the station for how heavy a dive coaster is, especially if it's diving in this direction towards the mountain and then coming back and then heading into the forest, and that it wouldn't have enough speed or momentum to make it back.
Right. So
Um,
then that would
so
pretty much it's a wing coaster.
yeah, it could be that like rumored maybe like 4-seater on either end design, or could be anything. I mean, B&M has said they will do anything a park wants. So again, just in terms of the construction zone, lots of work. So you can see the excavator itself is actually almost below. The angle doesn't prove it, but it's almost completely itself, the giant machine, below ground level. So they are pretty
That's
deep
crazy.
there. In fact, the second one, you can't even see it. It's like right here. And basically, what they do is they line up. So there's a truck here. I was watching them all day today, and there's a truck here, and then one truck's here. It fills up, it leaves. This truck goes in, then this truck moves into here. It's just constant. Like they're in a rush.
Right.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next slide. So this provides a little closer look at so here you have the construction moving into Splashworks. What I think they're going to do is you're going to see similar design to Valraven's circles underneath the ride. So beautiful like gardens, benches, cement design. It looks very like gorgeous. It's like people can sit while their family rides the rides. That's what I see them doing. In fact, there's an angle where you can actually see right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's like some sort of like circular cement thing they're building right here. It's weird. You can see it in my
Uh,
YouTube video.
can you zoom in or?
No.
Okay.
You can screenshot my YouTube video for anyone, and you can zoom in on yourself. But again, see, you can hardly see the excavators from this angle. They're below ground at this point. Like you can see the tip of it right there. It's just a lot of work, like trying to like describe anything. Then we had yesterday. So this is what's really interesting too. So all the lampposts and trees are all marked for removal. From Jane and Major Mac up to the, you know where the drop-off location is at Wonderland?
Yes, I do. Like the kiss and ride. Yeah,
So,
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
all the way to the Kiss and Ride. From Jane and Major Mac to
Really?
Kiss and Ride, all the trees and lampposts are marked for removal. Not past the Kiss and Ride, they're not. So my theory is either they're building a giant Kiss and Ride because that area gets really congested, or this is the start of the hotel. Like this is them prepping, and the hotel will maybe, if it's as small as Carowinds, it could kind of like fit in that area and not take up much of the parking lot.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
it would
good. That's a
have
good
to take up the
theory.
parking lot, but it wouldn't take up nearly as much if they used that grass hill.
Of course.
No one really cares about this yet because it hasn't developed into anything. But again, we have stakes in the ground. All the trees have R's on them. Like they're spray painted R's. The lamp posts are marked for removal. Blah blah blah.
So all those
we know
trees are
from
marked.
yeah. Sorry, someone's trying to call me.
It's Dave.
Go back. Okay, good. So we now know from the conference call that Winterfest is definitely not coming in 2018. Someone on the stockholder call actually asked a great question. They said, are you not launching it in certain markets like you originally discussed in Q2 due to weather? You saw some poor attendance at some of your colder parks. And they said that wasn't the case. We know that what's going on is they're just testing out gold passes based off of what we're hearing. They don't want Winterfest to be a part of the season pass program, so they're actually looking into how to launch a gold pass for Canada's Wonderland, because the gold pass at other parks includes Halloween Haunt, and they want Halloween Haunt to be separate admission still and not be a part of the gold pass. So they're looking into a few things. And then we obviously know the park's been having a bit of electrical problems. Again, rumors, speculation.
Really?
That's what we're hearing, that the park's been having some power outages on the Windseeker part of the park.
Yeah, I've actually noticed, because I think I don't know if it's because of all of Windseeker's downtime, but I saw I think last season it was down a lot.
Oh no, that would be different. I just heard it's a recent problem.
Oh, okay.
Like there's something about the park's electrical on the Sledgehammer
Circuit. Yeah.
Windseeker part of the park isn't. So they're looking into fixing that. From what I hear, again, that's rumors and speculation. Blah blah blah. So Winterfest, as originally discussed, and like we had heard, is probably going to launch in 2019.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right. Okay. This is the good stuff. Okay. So right here.
On to the good stuff.
And you can see the snow and everything, and you can tell that it doesn't have the silver bottom. This track was spotted today, and it's on its way to the park today. So it's probably here right now. Well, actually, it's probably going to be here in 2 to 3 hours.
It's probably there by now. How long ago did you get this photo?
An hour ago. And it was
So it's probably half an hour. It'll probably be here. You should probably try to go by later. I'll come with you even if you want.
It's too dark out.
Oh, even if they were storing it in the parking lot?
Yeah, you wouldn't see it. They don't light the parking lot.
Okay.
But our drones will catch it tomorrow.
Okay.
So I drew a little kind of like, so the spine is curved, or like it's like this. It's got an arch to it, which I've never seen before. And maybe I'm wrong. I've never seen it before.
Wait, an arch where? Show me the arch.
Like it's dented. Like
it could be just how the layout is going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's going to be, like the model of it, like the sort of the layout that might be part of the layout, because they needed to make a track like that to accommodate some type of
it could
element.
Be. I don't know. It's definitely like, this is one.
That looks
track.
like a drop track. That looks like it could be the bottom of a drop.
No, that's exactly what it is. It looks like the very bottom of the tunnel. Like that looks like, because you can tell
the length of the tunnel.
It's just got a slight curve to it, so it's definitely like bottomed out. You can actually almost see the bottom out part like right here. Like it's bottomed out because it's got slight curves.
Do you think
Um,
that's gonna be like
the base of the tunnel, I guess.
yeah, do you think that that's the length of it, or?
No, because the other parts in the on the at the park already are there too. It's definitely like going to be like 6-7 pieces long. You can tell it's a long tunnel. I've never seen spine like this. I agree. I've never seen spine arched like that. And it's massive. Look right here. Look right there. How
That's crazy.
like it's very wide, extremely wide. It's one track piece per flatbed track.
That's insane.
You know how long it's going to take to ship this coaster here? This is probably why we're seeing them starting.
I think it could be. I think we could be seeing just the biggest pieces coming first, and then we'll see
Well, the width of the track doesn't change throughout the ride. Remember that. The width of the spine will, but the width of
right,
the track won't. So it's still gonna, like, if you look, this takes up the whole flatbed.
right.
Yeah, and you can tell it's actually different color than Valraven. The shaded part's hard to tell because it's shaded, but look in the sun, it's a very tan brown. Which
Sort of like a
this
tree.
this
Yeah,
is our track. Yeah, because I can tell on the site that when I saw it on my drone in person, it was a sunny day. It's not Valraven brown. It's not a
yeah, and
purplish brown. It's
it was heading north of the border too.
yeah, no, but our track is like a very like you just said, like almost like the when you crayon a tree and like it's a nice brown, which probably
Yeah,
goes. We don't know if it's just the track for the tunnel. If you think about it, Nick, if they're bringing in only one piece of track per flatbed because that's all they can fit,
it's gonna be
think about
massive.
how long it's going to take them to haul all those pieces to the park.
So we could be seeing a lot of the track come in closer, like earlier.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that like I don't think it's gonna be like as you see it's like a piece here and there, and that's probably why none of us saw it arriving. Because normally
Right.
when they start shipping track, like when they started shipping Leviathan track, like it was like track, and they were also delivering like
Yeah.
3 pieces per flatbed, right? So you could see it coming
Right.
in, but one flatbed truck coming in, you're never gonna see it. Like you
Right.
would literally have to be standing outside of Wonderland all day long at the receiving and delivery area and being like binoculars.
Okay.
Um,
Let me see if I can answer any questions here.
there is no third rail,
Third
so
rail.
I've
What
seen
is
the
the? What do you
track.
mean third?
So 40 coasters use a third rail to kind of like spin the carts. That's
Oh,
how they
okay.
do it. Um, I've seen the track on site really up close, and I've seen the rails. There's no third. There's no third rail on the track on site either. This is just really thick track. I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't. This is like it's massive. I mean, the picture does it justice. Finally, we have a good picture of it. Like again, I've never seen the spine arch like that. I've never seen a spine arch. I've seen it. It has a very slight arch to some spines, like very slight to the point where you can't even tell. But I mean, like,
Yeah, it's insane. It's huge.
yeah, and just like look at it's the connecting pieces too.
Is there any questions? The track is foreign. It could be for a new type of coaster.
It's not foreign. It's B&M. Like it's definitely B&M track. We've like yeah
We've come to that conclusion. It's coming
yeah
from Ohio, right?
yeah. It's this track's coming from Ohio. We have that confirmation. It's got 3 connectors again. It has the
What happens
connector.
if this was going to La Ronde? How funny would that be?
Ron can't even afford a Larson Looper.
How mad would you be though?
It wouldn't be delivering to our park if it was going to Ron. And it's also the same color as the track on site. Um, The spine is arched a bit. You can tell by the shadows and like it's like wider up here than it is down here, more so than your typical B&M track. It's got like a pyramid shape to it. Like it's almost like the two things start in the center and then it works its way out. So it's almost like the same. The spine is like where the rails are by the time it's out here.
So technically the track is not painted. Okay.
No, the
What?
track at no, he's talking about the plant. The track at the plant is not ours. It's wing coaster track and it's really tiny. Actually, you could see it on some flatbeds. 3 pieces fit on a flatbed. 1 piece of Wonderland track fits on a flatbed, and that's it. No, dive coaster track like Shikra and Griffin, they're like this. They are really big like this. But I don't know if they have arch track, which I've never seen before. But maybe that's because it maybe is a 300-foot tall dive, and just putting that out there. Maybe there's a lot of stress.
If it was a 300-foot dive coaster, then it would be able to make that length of what you were saying that it couldn't.
It could and it could, yeah. I mean, I have no idea. I just know these dive coaster trains are extremely heavy, and I mean, after that brake run, they're very slow moving.
Right.
And they need brake runs on these coasters. Cedar Fair will never not have a brake run because the brake run allows them to run 3 trains, 4 trains if they need to. I don't know if it's going to be a wing coaster yet. It's too thick to be a wing coaster at this point. Wing coaster track is like 3 to 4 pieces per flatbed. This is one ginormous
Did you say
piece.
Gina?
I did say China. I'm just getting ready for the LeBron video next week.
Did you just say the LeBron video? I thought I just heard you.
LeBron.
Oh, okay.
A la Poutine. That's not funny. How is the track coming from the steel factory and we're not aware? Well, we are aware. In fact, we've seen every bit of track that's arrived. It's not similar to Valraven's track, actually. It's very large. In fact, I think there's some pictures of Valraven track fitting 2 pieces of track on a flatbed, and we're fitting 1. This is definitely Griffin-sized track. You have to see it in person for it to do justice. It's as tall as the old catering buildings, the track. It's literally laying on its like bit. It's as tall as the catering buildings and very thick. One track per flatbed. Oh, well then maybe. To me, it just looks a lot thicker than Valraven. And I've been on Valraven. Like when you see it in person, it's a different picture. This picture does it a lot better justice than my drone video. But it's big. Like it's as tall as the catering buildings that are now in Splashworks. And the track is very curvy. Yeah, very curvy. Does anyone have, I mean, I just came on here to talk about the track and
sorry, I'm not answering questions. I'm sort of looking at making the thumbnail while we're talking.
It was not. It was taken by someone in Ohio today, like literally today, and I know it's real. I can confirm it's real. It was taken by a friend. I'm guessing that they will do 90% of the work, like in terms of the tunnel will be done by mid-March, and then that's my guess. And then they will halt construction on the Vortex Pond until the end of the season, 2018 season. But they'll continue working on the Skyrider plot of land until Splashworks is close to opening. That's my guess. This is definitely the track that's going in the tunnel. You can tell by the like shape of it. It's super long and it's curved ever so slightly as if it's the very bottom piece of the tunnel.
I think this is going to be an amazing ride.
Oh yeah, for sure. I knew that a while ago. Even if it's a dive coaster, even if it's the same, let's say it's the same layout as Valraven, it's still going to be an amazing coaster because it goes underwater. It's probably going to have a splashdown. And I mean, Wonderland's lineup is already like not so great, so this is perfect.
This won't necessarily make up for everything, but like it's gonna add to their addition. It's gonna add a good addition to their lineup that they have.
Yeah, they might be starting early too, because remember, we're hearing that there's a restaurant to come with this coaster and everything too. There's a lot of work by the sounds of it, and we're probably going to see a similar concrete layout around Valraven at our park. Like it's going to be very like you can walk underneath this coaster, stuff like that. It's gonna be gorgeous. You can already tell the color choice screams something to blend in with its surroundings and the nature. The restaurant is Beaver Tails.
That's gonna be funny.
Does anyone have any other comments, questions, concerns? Blah blah blah. Again, this is all speculation. Blah blah blah. On the track's there. It's arriving. We know that.
I have the
Before we wrap
thumbnail
this
done.
up, awesome. I just wanted to get on and make a quick video before like 1,000 other like YouTubers came and started making a YouTube video. It was something they hardly know about.
Let's see if
I find it
Coaster
so funny.
Studios is uploaded yet.
No, they won't.
No. Okay. Well, I think we should wrap this up. Sorry, I was very occupied making the thumbnail. And it looks nice. It actually looks better than my first one.
Yeah.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Awesome. Yeah, we'll
All
wrap
right.
it up.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.